This week in the League of Legends, we've got some brand new borders, icons, and tinkering things on the PvE, all to signify the end of the season and the upcoming events. And a teaser for a brand new champion. All this and more on the Spazda Gaming web show.
This is Water Elemental.
And this is Axis, and we are here today to talk about the League of Legends. This is an ongoing show where we talk a little bit about everyone's favorite mobile-style battle game.
First things first, it's been a week. I finally got to see Kindred in action.
Woo!
I give her 7 still. I'm not impressed. But we followed up for once.
She is OP, baby. Ridiculous. Absolutely unreal. It's frightening.
Yeah, last week we were like, oh, there's no power to... I'm like, no, she's dangerous. But
I said she was bonkers. I said she was completely bonkers.
you want to bet? I have that.
I said she was bonkers. I guarantee it, because I hated playing against her.
Anyways, end of Season 5.
End of Season 5. We got the final match coming up
This Saturday.
Oh,
no, semifinals this Saturday. So the 4 teams left. If you have not watched, here's some spoilers. So the 4 teams are Origin, SKT Telecom 1, and Fnatic, and KOO Tigers.
KOO Tigers.
KOO Tigers is how I've been pronouncing them.
That's right.
So I'm doing pretty decently. I picked 2 of the 4 finalists, so I might actually get my skin.
Everyone's rooting for Fnatic.
I don't know. If anything, I want to see a showdown between the 2 world finalists so we know who is the best. Best case scenario, though, Origin Fnatic. 2 European teams on top.
Never gonna happen.
Of course not. I have faith. I have faith in our glorious freak.
You're the boss, applesauce.
So yeah, I'm excited. I've been watching pretty closely, both at work and at home for these finals, so it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... I think the problem right now is that it's way too spread out. Like, if it was like over a week...
Well, the problem is because they have to do it on European time, they have to do it on weekends. So the rest of the world will have to be watching it really early in the morning, where everybody else is going to be watching it at night where it's convenient. So it's that we have to have it so it's convenient for both parties.
Yeah, I don't know. I like a more concise schedule. This whole, like, we've been going at this for a month almost.
It's
starting
like that last year.
It's starting to get old. It got old last year.
Yeah, it's like the Olympics. You get excited at first, and then
it just drags. It drags.
Yeah, but $1 million on the line. They don't want to just screw it up. I did see that they had some issues with Gragas, and they were actually debating locking Gragas for the rest of the tournament because they saw some bug or something. But I couldn't figure out what the bug was. But I was watching. They're like, so yeah, I think the officials say that we're going to keep Gragas in. I'm like, oh, never seen that.
Interesting.
Some other news, ranked borders, they have been found on PBE files. Look a lot better than last year. A lot cleaner. Definitely I like the challenger tier with all the icons on the side and stuff.
Yeah, and it's also got, the little banner, and it'll list all of your, your name and all that cool stuff. And I like the little sort of emblems on the side.
For the mastery?
Mm-hmm. So... it's super cool. I'm excited to see the mastery changes that they might do right along with this. But for now, even if it's just the champion mastery, I think it's super nice looking. And I'm going to really enjoy having the gold borders.
I'll stick with my normal one.
Gold!
Season 1 bronze. Yeah!
Dude. It's good stuff.
Maybe next season. I know I say that every season, but it's just one of those things where it's time-consuming and stressful. Another news, we've got some interesting stuff with the splash arts. Surrender20.net, as well as other sites, have found over 500 images of centered splash arts. Now, at first you're thinking, well, that's kind of interesting. Why is there a centered splash art? Maybe they're doing a redo. Well, they said it's nothing special, but we're seeing new art for like Swain and a couple others. So I'm wondering if this is going to be the new way they do skins or icons and stuff like that. Because as much as I really like the characters with the kind of 1/3 is the character and 2/3 is like the background and scenery and stuff like that, I think they felt that it's time to center everything for a new splash art section. And as much as I wouldn't hate it, it won't look as interesting to me because it kind of builds the world. But at the same time, if it optimizes the game, I could definitely understand.
Well, artwork is not exactly difficult to optimize. So, I don't know. To me, this move is more focused on making the character icons a little bit tighter, but still, it's like what you said. It's world building, and losing that world building's kind of silly.
Yeah.
Just to me. But, yeah, we got some new splash art for Zombie Nunu, Slayer Pantheon, and Slayer Jinx, speaking of artwork. Additionally, we have a new Swain background on the PBE, as well as a few new icons for the semifinalists that we listed before, Origin, SK, Telecom, Fnatic, and Coup Tigers, as well as Zombie Brandon Slayer Pantheon.
So I can't wait for the Zombie Brand skin. I know that this year he's going to be returning as purchasable skin. I wish they would legacy him at the time, but what can you do? Icon looks great. Pantheon looks really cool. I'm excited to pick that up, even though I don't play Pantheon.
Well, it's a Zombies Ate My Neighbor skin, and you're such a sucker for that.
That is one of my favorite games of all time, and you know it.
I do know it.
Speaking of legacy stuff, I totally did this by accident. No, I didn't. They're legacying the Zombie Slayer skins and Zombie Nunu this year. Last year they said they wouldn't do this anymore, but this year they're legacying them. So
because
why, we're going to take away that and bring back all the old skins, but now we're going to
the Harrowing could be at any time.
Yeah, it's still a really annoying.
Yeah, well, we're salty. We're salty dogs.
Yeah. And finally, it looks like there's going to be a new champion called Lllaio.
Illaway? Hey, it's me, Illaway. We're going to have a fun time with that with our mispronunciations. I'm super excited.
Lii or Illaoi. They only found a Portuguese sound clip, which is roughly translated to, "I'm not a fan of giving lectures. Broken bones are a better teacher." It's a female voice.
Sounds vaguely like Fiora.
I would love like a very macho, like luchador type lady, huge like sprawling chick. So we have like more non-sexy characters coming up and just like suplexing people and just like ripping people in half. Just
One suplex ahead.
She just grabs a character and rolls across the screen like Tuskar.
Oh, we'll never get anything like that.
Because that would take effort, and we still have problems with Syndra.
Yeah, well, this is exciting stuff.
We'll definitely see it.
We'll definitely keep you advised on what's going to happen. But that's it for official news, guys. For all that stuff that we got last week that we were super excited about, nothing new really this week, so that's too bad. But we're going to move on to our own section. Our first question comes from, who is that from?
From me!
Oh my god.
So, this is a question I want to shoot to you, because I kind of have some opinions on it.
Oh boy. Is it Star Wars?
It's, here's the story.
Oh.
So, right now, they just added a new warrior hero to the game. Artalis, if you haven't played.
I saw him.
So, you notice that you can't buy him.
That's right.
If you pre-ordered Legacy of the Void, you can play him.
So that's like, Legacy of the Void came out like a year and a half ago.
Legacy of the Void's coming out next week.
That's the new one.
That's the new one. So, you see what the problem is. People who pre-order the $60 game gets an advantage with a character that hasn't been fully balanced yet in a MOBA where, you should be able to...
Competitive MOBA.
It's a competitive MOBA. So, that's the question. How do you feel about that?
Blizzard is all about cross-platform promotion, and this is just another move along that line. I'm not going to be surprised if we start seeing Overwatch characters pop up that you only get for, being in the Overwatch beta. It's not surprising to me in the least. From a balance point of view, obviously it's silly, it's BS, and there should be other ways to opt into it. But as far as Blizzard's marketing team goes, it's absolutely brilliant.
See, I agree with that. Like, being able to kind of create, like, that synergy and brand, kind of, like, brand loyalty by kind of recycling your fans and stuff like that and making people very dedicated to your brand. I, for one, flew halfway across the country to play video games at a giant convention center just because I love Blizzard games so much. Yeah, I still talk crap about WoW, but in the end, I've spent 10 years of my life playing it.
Nerd!
And I don't regret it.
Oh.
Don't you?
Nerd!
That's how we met.
Nerd.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think you should be limited to champions themselves. I can understand it as a free, you get them for free if you pre-order, because they're like $10, $15 characters in Heroes of the Storm. So that's fine. But as soon as you start putting them behind a wall where only people that pre-ordered your $60 expansion, it's $40 expansion, it kind of is frustrating.
Yay, verily.
Especially since he can do an Urgot move as his W.
It's alright. I like that. I play Murden, so I just go, oh, cool, I'm in the middle of your team now.
For Cosmodon! But then there's me who plays ETC and like, come on, do it, and...
I love Stitches for characters like him, because it's literally just like, no, I'll just hang out, don't worry about it. It's cool. Everything's fine. This is fine.
If you guys want to hear Heroes of the Storm version of this podcast, we can totally just BS about
it. But yeah, it's silly from a balancing point of view. I mean, the competitive scene for Heroes is sort of wound down, so I guess this is fine. But, you're hurting your consumer, and you're going to make some people very happy, but a lot more people kind of pissed off in a subtle way. I don't think it's worth the fallout.
No.
But that's it for questions this week, guys. We love questions. We try to answer at least 2 every week. If you have one for us, we really do need them. Please post in the comment section below. Send it to our email. It's bestofgaming@gmail.com. Or post it on our Facebook, Twitter, or website, all of which are linked in the information down below. We do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/bestofgaming. You can donate to that if you are interested in seeing more content from us, or just helping us out with the show. Really, it's an optional thing for you guys if you should so desire. But, yeah, good stuff. And we'll probably talk a lot about the semifinals next week. And
the finals the week after, and the post-finals probably where we get to make fun of a lot of really cheesy things that happen on stage.
To be honest, my favorite part of the season is after the finals are all over, because then they start doing really crazy preseason balancing.
Oh, wow.
Which is so fun.
It's because things
it's the most fun I have.
Remember when Wards first came out, and then, everybody just didn't know how to handle the, 3-ward minimum issue?
I remember,
it was so good.
I remember all the new items that they added, and all the items we lost. Oh, the great item purge. Oof. What a tragedy.
Rest in peace, Heart of Gold.
Rest in peace, Philly Stone.
Rest in peace, Innovating Lucket.
Rest in peace, Kage's Lucky Pick.
If you want to rest in peace any other items, please subscribe.
Rest in peace, DFG! I miss you. I miss you so much. I don't know how I survive without that item. Like, oh no, you can get Luden Zeko. Luden Zeko is so boring.
It's just a ranged version of Static Shiv.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
It's been Axis.
And Water Elemental.
And,
so boring.
what is this place?